Guess what, guys? Today is day 14 of our design challenge. In today's tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to create a professional book cover design using just your smartphone from start to finish. All you need to do is to watch this video till the end, because I'll be sharing tips and techniques you can use anytime you want to design a pro level book cover design. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So guys, the first thing I want you to do is to launch your piece art. The reason why I launched my piece art is because we'll be doing some manipulations. So I'm going to import the first background. Follow me carefully. I'm going to import the first background. Which happens to be this. Yeah, this is the first background. Now I'll be importing the second background. It's a book cover design. One of the things you need to consider whenever you want to create a book cover design is the kind of background you'll be using, because the background should depict or reflect the title of the book. You could see that the title of this book is what? Is The Power of Self-Development. So the kind of background you are going to be using, or the kind of background you intend to use, should reflect the topic. Of course, the background of this design is perfect because it is reflecting the title of the book. Now, go to add photo. I'm going to be adding it quickly. That is the second background. So guys, this is the second background. How do we blend this second background with the first one? That's my question. How do we blend it so that this background can be inside the first one? I believe you saw the thumbnail. In the thumbnail design, you could see that this second one was inside the first one. So how do we achieve that? I'm going to be teaching you how you can blend more than two backgrounds in piece art. The simplest way you can achieve that. Now for this second one, you can see right now, go to blend. Let me show you. For those of you who are watching my video for the first time, or for those of you who are joining us, I'm going to be teaching you how to do this yourself. The easiest way you can do this, because there are times you need to use multiple backgrounds whenever you want to create a design. This is what I'm talking about, blend. Click on it. Now we have multiple options here. We have lighting, we have darkening, we have screen. Now whenever you want to blend 2 or 3 backgrounds together, you have to come here, because this feature will enable you to blend multiple backgrounds together. Now the perfect option for this is screen. I mean this. That's the perfect option. So when you click on screen, you can see that the 2 backgrounds are now one. The 2 backgrounds are now one. You could see that it is inside. If you look at it carefully, this second background is now inside the first one, but then the edges are still visible. The edges, they are still visible. So what do? We are going to erase the edges. So follow me carefully. When you place it this way, click on this eraser tool. Now click on erase. Reduce the hardness to 40. Yeah. Now increase the size to 57. So all you need to do is to brush. Hope you can see is removing the other part of the background. So just do what? Brush. For those of you that know how to use Photoshop, or for those of you that are conversant to Photoshop, there's a particular tool on Photoshop that is called brush. Yeah, it is the same with this particular tool on piece art, brush. So just brush around the edges. Hope you can see this. Sorry about that. Okay, now click on your good icon. That's not all. Bring it down. We're still working on this. Click on the eraser tool again. This is the first thing you're supposed to do before you start creating the design. Yeah, this is the first thing you need to do. That is if you need to blend 2 backgrounds together. I want you to brush this part out. Brush it out. Hope you can see this. Sorry about that. Let's brush it well. Increase the size of the brush. Okay, this part, brush it out. Yeah, Yes, this is good. Now click on your good icon. So place it this way, increase it again. Yeah, take it up a little. That's not all. Go back to brush. This is the last time we'll be doing this. The last time, yeah. So just brush this side. Yeah, we want the background to be inside the head of the guy. We don't want any part of it to be visible. That is why we are doing this. So brush this part out completely, but do it carefully. Yeah, just brush it. Yeah, this is perfect. So guys, as you can see, we've successfully blended the two backgrounds together. Yeah, and this is looking good. I mean, it's good. This is nice. So when creating yours, just take your time and make it look better. So click on your good icon. Now let's edit the background because we'll be using it in PixelLab. So go to adjust, increase the brightness a little. 5 is enough. Then the contrast a little. Now go to clarity, increase it a little, just a little, so it won't be too much. Understand? A little. Okay, a little. Now go to shadow. Yes, increase the shadow a little. Okay, in case you see this online and you are wondering how it was achieved, you can achieve this using your smartphone even though you don't have a laptop. So not having a laptop shouldn't be a challenge. No, all you need to do is for you to learn how to use some of these applications you can use in your smartphone. So that's all. Click on your good icon. Now let's download the background. As you can see, we've downloaded the background. We'll be taking it to PixelLab right away. So guys, I'm in PixelLab. Now click on this icon at the right top corner of your phone. Go to image size. Let's change this to 1028. Click on your good icon. Now click on the last icon. Go to color. We'll be giving this a white color. Yes, if you've done that, beautiful. Now let's import the background we worked on in PixelArt. So guys, this is the background. Click on your good icon. Now go to relative size. Let's stretch it from here. Okay, now take it up. Okay, take it up again. Okay, this is good. Now go to position. Let's make sure that it covers our workspace. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is good. Now for those of you that have never created a book cover design before, I want to tell you some things you have to put into consideration whenever you want to create a book cover design for a client. The first thing you need to consider is the kind of background you intend to use for that design. Make sure that that background is in sync with the title of the design. Just like this particular design we're creating now, you could see that the background and the title are in sync. The power of self-development. The picture alone or the background alone depicts the title. At a glance, you should know that this book is talking about the power of self-development. That's one of the things I want you to bear in mind whenever you want to create a book cover design for a client. This is not just the regular design challenge you've done in the past. This design challenge is focused on your growth. It is focused on growth and transformation. It is my duty to see that you learn more and you do better as a graphic designer in the course of this design challenge. Having said that, let's continue. Now go to your A icon, go to plus. We're going to be writing the word, the power. Beautiful. Place it here. Now go to font. We'll be using a peculiar font, and the name of that font is Dr. Glitch. Yeah, place it here. Okay. Now, before we use a gradient, before we give this text a color, there's something we need to do quickly. Click on your center icon, go to draw, increase the pen size, increase the smoothness, then increase the blur radius. Tap on your screen. So drag this, place it here, copy it, place it here, copy it again, place it here, then copy for the last time and place it here. Hope you can see this. Yeah, so click on this icon, go ahead and do what? Lock all the shadows, then move this to the front. So bring it down and place it here, the power. So go to color. We'll be using a gradient for this write-up, and I'm going to show you the exact colors I used and how to create a gradient. In case you don't know how to create a gradient in PixelLab, I'm going to teach you the easiest and simplest way you can achieve that in PixelLab. Now we'll be using this type of gradient. This type, we have different types, but this is the type we'll be using. Now click on this first one, go to your color wheel. Now edit this color. Okay guys, now I'm going to impute the color code here. For those of you that don't know how to impute a color code in PixelLab, I'm going to be showing you the easiest way you can achieve this yourself. So I want you to follow me carefully as we do this together. Now the first thing you do is go to red, be giving it a particular figure, and go to green, be giving it this figure. Do well to take note of this figure. That's the color code for the gradient I want to add to that text. I hope you have seen it. If you have seen it, click on OK. Click on OK. This is for the first color. Now we're going to move it this way. Add another pointer. This is another pointer. Okay. Now for this second pointer, let's give it, let's rewrite the color code. So 155. Okay. 122. And this is 21. Yeah. So click on your good icon. Click on OK. Yeah. Yes, click on OK. So place this here. Now for this last one, let's impute the right color code. So this is 193, 135, and the last one 72. Yeah. So click on what? OK. Hope you can see this. Yeah, let me check something quickly. Okay, this is good. Now when you are done, let's do a little adjustment. Okay. Now click on OK. Hope you can see this. That was how I was able to achieve this using my PixelLab. So you can see this. This looks cool, right? Yeah, this looks very beautiful. Now when you are done, place it here. Just place it here. Reduce it a little, place it here. Now copy it. Write the word, the power of. So bring it down, place it here. Now this is good. It is good this way. Now copy this again, edit it. We'll be writing self-worth development. Yeah. So bring it down and place it here. So go to relative position, make sure you do what? Centralize it. Then for this, do what? You centralize it. Okay, now move this text. Okay, let's adjust this a little. Take it up a little. Now for this, go to position, let's move it and move it. Okay, move it. Okay, this is beautiful. The power of self-development. And the author of this book is no other person other than Vixen Tech. You get my point? Yeah, I'm the author because I'm the one behind this masterpiece. So place it here. Yeah, place it here. Now for those of you that will recreate this design, I'm talking to those of you that after recreating a particular design, you will claim the ownership of that design. Well done. You are doing well. Well done. Like, well done. You are doing well. There's something that this lady has been doing and I like it. Her name is Favor. I believe that she's watching this video. Each time she recreates my design, you know what she would always write? She will write, created by Vixen Tech and recreated by me. It's better that way. Instead of claiming the ownership of that design. You don't know what I went through before I could come up with this concept. I had to think, I had to do my personal research before I could come up with this concept. Even though I'm a designer, I also think now before I design. That is why you are recreating this, because of what? It looks good. If it's not good, you will not recreate it. Yeah, that's the truth. So let's give this a better color. And go to the background. Yeah, let's pick this. Now go to your plus icon. Let's see, let's make it light. No, I don't like this. Let's see. Doesn't look like the original color I used. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, this is better. Now go ahead and write the name of your brand or my brand, whichever one. So I'll be writing the name of my brand. Vixen what? Vixen Tech. So guys, that's all for this design. Now for the mock-up, I know many of you are waiting for me to show you how you can create a mock-up. It's very simple. I will not be creating that in this video. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that in the next video. Yes, in the next video I'm going to teach you how to create a spine. That's the spine of the book. I'm going to teach you how to create the back cover. This is the front cover. I'm going to teach you how to create the back cover. Now in the second video, after we are done with the spine and the back cover, I will show you how you can transform your design to a mock-up so that it can look real. I'm going to show you a site where we do that, but in this video I'm going to be stopping here. This is a design challenge. I want you to challenge yourself so you can be a better version of yourself. So go to color, be giving this a black color. Now reduce it. Go to size and reduce it. Now bring it down. So we'll be writing Vixen Tech Global. Vixen Tech Global. So go back to size, reduce the size again. Now go to relative position, make sure it's at the center. Now go to spacing. Let's space it a little. Yeah, this is no, just a little. This is good. And go back to relative position, make sure it's at the center. Let's see. Okay, this is good. Let's bring it down a little. Bring it down a little. Okay. So guys, that's all for this part. In the next video I'm going to show you how to create a spine and the back cover in PixelLab. If you know you gain value from this video, do well to leave a comment in the comment section. Like this video, share this video with a friend. I'm telling you, most of you don't know how to do this and you've learned something, so share it with a friend. Share it on WhatsApp status, share it on Facebook. And if you have not subscribed, smash the subscribe button and also smash the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Do well to watch the next video that will appear on your screen. It's Vixen Tech. See you tomorrow, which is day 15.